Have you been following the news, Augustas, about Giannis Antetokounmpo?
No, Gytis.
No, have you not? Have you not heard the big headline that Giannis is actually he's set on coming back to Europe when he's 36, 38 years old, and he's going to finish his career in Greece. This is
Wow.
news to you?
This is kind of news to me.
Hey, come on. You're not watching the Greek TV because I've been following everything. The Tonight Show. Giannis was a guest there. And that's where he actually said this quote, I don't want to live in the United States. As soon as I leave the NBA, I want to return to Greece. I could end my career there. Whether this team is called Philatlitikos, Olympiakos, Panathinaikos, or Aris, I'm talking about all the teams now. So
Is that first team a real team?
that's where he started his career.
Oh, okay.
That's actually,
Okay.
I think, the only Greek team he ever played for, Philatlitikos. If I'm pronouncing it correct,
in
guys,
the
let me
second
know.
division, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're still there at the moment.
It says that there is a team, but whether they're active, yeah, they're still there. They're not called that anymore. They have a different name, but they're still playing in the Greek B league of basketball.
But does it surprise you really
That he left all the doors open, or that he wants to come back?
that he wants to come back to live in Europe?
I mean, definitely not, because I understand him, from the standpoint of he's just a very simple, like, even though he's this big superstar in the NBA, but as a human being, he's a simple guy. He doesn't want the fame. He doesn't want the media attention, all this glory, blah 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 blah. What he wants is to have a calm, nice life. And I think when you consider, how much of media machine the United States is and the NBA media is. Even right now, we're talking about Giannis's, like, we're kind of following the American example of talking about every little quote of these players. But, there's a reason why his family, his wife and 4 kids went back to Greece, Athens, to live there. I think his wife is American, but she moved there with the kids to live there. And as a compensation, I guess, Alex Antetokounmpo is coming to Milwaukee Bucks so that Giannis has some family around him. But I think, Milwaukee isn't a great city from what I've heard from all the people. I feel like everyone who lives in Milwaukee usually goes to spend their free time in Chicago because it's not that far away. It's like an hour drive or something
I
like that.
wonder what our friend Charlie will say about this.
Oh, is he from Milwaukee exactly?
I think from somewhere there.
Well, anyways, point being that, in the America, obviously there are better areas where you could live, in a nice private, let's say some kind of resort. And there are areas where it's just, there's nothing there. And I feel like for him, Greece with the sun, with the, especially in Athens, with the familiarity aspect of it, he would just be home. And I feel like that's what he wants to do. The main question for me is really, where would he want to play, which team? Because he has never publicly said what team he supports. He's like, he's been saying, oh, Vasilis Panoulis is my idol, and we saw him in like Olympiakos locker room. But then 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, he's there with Ergin Ataman saying, you're the best coach, I would like to play for you. And that's after he won the EuroLeague with Panathinaikos. And I feel like he's
His
doing
brother
this.
was there, but,
Yeah, obviously. The reason why he was there in the first place. But I'm curious, where actually Giannis would like to play. Does he actually support any of these teams, or he doesn't care? Like, where would you like to see him more? Which jersey do you think fits him best? Red or green?
Why you put me in this tricky spot?
Well,
You're just like Donatas, man.
I'm just asking, man. Do you not have an opinion on which color suits a guy better?
I mean, I'm used to seeing him in a more green jersey, the one that's behind your back, actually. The Milwaukee jersey. So maybe that one. Honestly, I don't really care where he goes. I think if he ends up finishing his NBA career and he still wants to play for one of the EuroLeague teams in Greece, I think that would be huge for European market, and I would love to see that. I don't really care in which side, Piraeus or Athens, but I can understand why he wants to come back because I've talked to some Europeans in Las Vegas in the summer league, Europeans that work in the NBA, and most of them, just mentioned the fact that, well, when I finish working for the NBA team, I'm probably coming back. That European lifestyle. Europeans prefer European lifestyle over the American lifestyle. I don't think nothing surprising here. So I can understand why Giannis wants to come back. My biggest question is, when he's 38, when he's 40, and he wants to come back, how his game will look like. And because, I've seen this, you send me this Giannis quote, and I'm like, will he be as durable as LeBron James, one of the two greatest athletes, from the physiognomy point of view? Because LeBron added a three-pointer in the late stages of his career. Giannis is going away from the three-pointer now. He's shooting, almost no threes whatsoever last season. And his game is mostly about athleticism, strength, and just his enormous size. Mm-hmm. That size will still be there. But what happens when he's not as quick and he's not as strong when he's 40? He becomes what? A post-up player?
A center, basically.
He is now a center. He's more of a power forward. He still has a big guy next to him. So...
But in Europe, he would be the most mobile center even at 40 years old, I feel like.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, he's about 2 meters, 10, 11, maybe 13 even, according to some of the sources. And he's not going to lose that much. He said 36, not 30, not 40 years old. He said 36, from 36 to 38. So in 6 years, because now he's 30 years old. If he's not injured, if he's not plagued by injuries, I feel like if he comes healthy, just a bit older, he'll just be a bit slower maybe, won't jump as high. But that length already is crazy. Like the arm length itself, and then you just park him in the paint, and I know now he's not known as this rim protector. He's better as a how do you call it, like a wing help defender, where he comes in and stops. But maybe with age he'll become a bit more slower, but also a bit more stronger and more of a presence.
So we agree on that. We think that Giannis will switch positions entirely. Like he will play center.
If he comes to Europe, for sure, but I still think he will be able to handle the ball, for example, or playmake. Yeah. He's been improving his playmaking a lot, and you can't stop Giannis one-on-one right now.
Yeah,
I don't know. In 6 years, will European bigs be able to stop Giannis one-on-one?
I don't think. Sure. Although, he said 36 to 38, but I don't think he's coming back to Europe at 36 if he still feels like he can. Do a lot of things in the NBA, and I still think he will be able to do that. So, I'm not sure if he's still a really, really good NBA player. He's like, nah, this is enough for me. I'm going back to Athens.
But if you got all the money, if you got the championship already, he has all the MVPs. If you achieve everything, and you don't really like the United States because the food is bad, because you want to eat the fresh Mediterranean diet with the fish and all that, and you don't want to eat the processed food from the United States with genetically modified stuff. Why don't you just move? Wow. Like, you got everything.
That's the conclusion you wake up with this morning?
Yeah, I just feel like those things, and even like family right now. So what's this whole thing with, his wife and kids moved to Greece?
Yeah.
Do you live without your children and your wife?
Yeah, that's tough.
That's
tough.
Unless this is guys, if you've heard anything more than the reports of his family moving permanently to Athens, let us know. But that's what we've heard, the most recent news. So
I just want to see.
It's an interesting situation.
I would love to see Giannis coming back, but just adding a three-pointer to his game.
But we wanted him to add the three-pointer for the last 13 years. We can't just keep saying the same thing.
Right now, he doesn't really need to do that. He's still one of the best players in the world, and with the things he does well, he's still among the MVP conversation each and every year. So,
and look at the most recent example when he played on the FIBA court for Greece. He played with majority EuroLeague players. He played against majority EuroLeague players, and he was dominating. So, even if you take away 30% of what Giannis is right now, and he's this 37-year-old Giannis with still, all the physical tools, less athleticism, and all the skills. Because we're probably underestimating how skilled Giannis is. Just because he's so dominating as an athlete, I feel like we underestimate his playmaking. For example, what Alper and Şengün said was like, I think it's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, I've said multiple times I don't agree with that. Like his passing has become way better.
His skill set in the post, he has all the offensive moves. He has a great IQ. Basketball-wise, he's just an all-around player. So it's not like when he turns this age, he'll be not useful anymore. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. I feel
like he would dominate.
So which team, Gytis?
Which team
would you prefer?
Oh, so if you said Panathinaikos,
I didn't say Panathinaikos. I said in a green jersey. I'm used to seeing him in a green
obviously,
jersey.
I'd still want to see Giannis in EuroLeague, not in the for Aris in
or whatever.
BCL or whatever league will exist in 6 years, because we don't know with NBA Europe.
Yeah. So it's Olympiacos or Panathinaikos. Which one?
Since I've seen him, you know what? This is my prediction. Vasilis Spanoulis will become the coach of Olympiacos, and Giannis will follow wherever his idol goes. So Olympiacos is my pick.
But Ergin Ataman is the best coach in the world, and Giannis
but
said
Vasilis is the best player in the world. What do you think he will value more, a player or a coach?
He will play for a coach. Why he?
But it's his idol from childhood, man. You'll see.
I'm not sure if Vasilis will be an Olympiacos coach.
Yeah. This might be just a prediction that might not turn out to be true.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.